Fancy Hair Pack here. Want to make a video real fast. And sort of kind of real fast, as in, like, this video is still going to be a while. But, yeah. Been pretty fucking gone for a while. So, I'm working on a lot of different stuff. I'm working on Terraria. I'm working on a Terraria video. The Terraria video is going to be its own series too, but it's pretty much kind of a very shitty run because I haven't played Terraria in a hot minute. But it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. You know, I know people are going to go like, "Oh, Pack's not doing that right in his video." I know that I'm not doing some things right because I'm not really following like one particular class, but instead I'm going for a jack of all trades kind of a class where I still have magic, I still have ranged. Well, yeah, I have magic, melee, ranged, and summoning weapons, and with a bunch of other shit thrown in the mix. But pretty much in that run, it's just whatever fucking goes. But today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm just going to kind of give several brief, like, updates, I suppose, on what the hell has been happening. Like, where have I been the past God knows how long, in the past fucking, like, millennia that I've fucking disappeared off the internet. Number one, so much shit happened while I was fucking gone. Okay, so I'm actually gonna fucking check. 3 weeks. Okay. Well, you know, give or take, I've been gone for a couple months now. So, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know that, like, my fucking computer, because I didn't have my camera working before, and I have it working now. The problem with the fucking camera was apparently there was something that just didn't install correctly, or something that just, like, was uninstalled by pure accident, and there's no way of reobtaining that piece, because even the Samsung guys were like, "What the fuck did you do to your computer?" Because I still remember the first week this problem happened. I was on the Samsung support little chat, and nobody fucking knew what the hell to do. Because I said, "I have the Galaxy Book Flex Alpha, the camera's not working, can somebody help me?" They transferred me like 50 fucking times, and I never got helped. So, what I thought, okay, reset this PC, it gives me that option. I guess I just wasn't reading correctly, and I formatted the whole computer and lost everything. I lost, like, most of the fucking footage for A Link to the Past. I lost most of the footage for I Love Armor Part 3. So, as you know, I took down I took down the Link to the Past randomizer because I'm just not doing that again, because I have already fucking done that. And yeah, there were some parts I had to use cheats to get through certain parts because I didn't have certain items. But I lost so much I lost so many fucking pieces that it was just not worth going back to try to refilm it to get the correct seed all over again from scratch, to do it one more time to get to that part and blah blah blah. It just did not work for me at all. So I just decided, fuck it, I'm not doing that. I might do a regular Link to the Past playthrough, but I'm not sure if I even want to do that, because A Link to the Past is kind of lengthy if you think about it. But, whoops, hold on. Yeah, no Curse of the Moon 2 yet, but... No, I haven't played Curse of the Moon 2, and I have not played Seven Sirens yet, but... I want to do that in the next video. I want to do those in series, but... I already have Terraria going, and I don't know if I have any other footage. I have to actually check, because I don't know how much stuff I have been working on, because I've been wedged between... Yeah, okay. So I've been wedged between the Terraria playthrough. I've been wedged in... So yeah, all the Terraria videos you're going to see are old videos that are just being recorded so that I could have that series done, so that it could just be completely cleared off and done, so I don't have to worry about doing all that. Now, editing these videos is going to be a pain in my ass, because I have so much footage that I don't know how I really want to go about doing that. Then I have a new game, which is Pokemon Crystal Clear. The video explains it, but the timeline I set the videos in, they have to correlate so that I have to upload Terraria up until whenever, and then Pokemon Crystal Clear comes out. But I might reset the whole fucking thing because it's just not really. It's not what I consider, the best footage in the world because, again, you don't get to see reactions to certain events that happen because in that one I'm doing a Nuzlocke challenge, which means, permadeath. So there's that. And then I was going to do Seven Sirens, Curse of the Moon 2, and maybe Panzer Paladin. I'm not sure. I don't know how it's turned out, but I wanted to do Blaster Master Zero 2 and the Kana Raising Simulator. The Kana Raising thing was kind of weird, and I didn't think it was it only took me about like 30 minutes. It took me not 30 minutes. It took me like an hour or so to beat because I was kind of lazy, and I didn't think there was like too much technicality. But trying to pick it up and trying to use a GameCube controller. Where did I put it? Yeah, where did I put my GameCube controller? Yeah, and trying to use, because at the time I didn't have my 8-bit do controller, so I was using this to play the game. Now there are certain buttons on here that are just kind of weird to me that I've gotten actually so used to playing with the 8-bit do, however people say it, this controller, because it's just, I got so used to playing on this controller with pretty much everything, and I don't really use my GameCube one, unless I'm playing Smash or I'm playing like a fighting game, because I feel like it's a bit better because of the controls and how buttons are placed. It's more like a fight stick in a way, but I only use my 8-bit do when I'm playing like a platformer or Animal Crossing, because it's non-intense games, Terraria, Minecraft, Pokemon, because again those are non-intense games and I can just kind of cruise around pretty easily. Now I will be doing again Curse of the Moon 2, Seven Sirens. I might do some some other games depending on how people feel. I might play around in some of the other games, Fate Extella Link. I think I did one video. Oh, I don't know. I don't remember if I did a video on Fate Extella Link, but I think I did one video, but I think I deleted it because it just wasn't. It was very cringe. It was very cringe. And now I've gotten a little bit better. But I mean, hey, Link's Awakening. I might do Link's Awakening because I haven't played that in fucking eons. But again, it's just kind of like a thing where it's like I want to come back into this stuff. Now, I'm gonna expand my face for a minute here so y'all can see me a little bit easier. Whoa. Okay. I'm gonna turn that off. So, people also know that okay. I'm not gonna say I'm a big part in the Brave Frontier community, but I was a fairly significant character in the Brave Frontier Historia. Fuck, I'm stupid. But in the Brave Frontier Historia, in Global, I was kind of the big guy who was like, fuck this game. When Brave Frontier 2 came out, I was kind of like I think I was one of the first. Okay, I'm not gonna say I was the first, but I'm saying I'm one of the first few who kind of did this Brave Frontier 2, specifically in English. Because I don't think there was that many other people who did it my way in English, and there were some things that were really really obvious, like the magic attack and the physical attack, the magical mitigation and the physical mitigation. I think everybody already knew that. I was just kind of stupid and was like, "Hey guys, this is a thing." Like I still remember doing all that, and it makes me cringe a little bit even till today. But I'm so happy that I'm pretty happy that I got to be a good big part in the Brave Frontier stuff. Before the game just fucking tanked and everybody started leaving. I'm kind of happy I got off that boat pretty quick. I'm happy I got off that boat like super fucking fast. I fucking jumped out of there like bat out of hell. But in the 7-year anniversary stream for Brave Frontier Japan, they announced a new game called Code BFX or Brave Frontier X. It seems to be a cross between the first Brave Frontier and the second Brave Frontier. But it's more of a 3D style, so it's more like, I don't know how you'd put it, but it's more like you control the character by moving them around the 3D space. You see the 3D models, you see the enemies in 3D, and there are different mechanics now. There's what's that called? There's the final Brave Burst, there's Brave Link, and then there's regular Brave Burst, and then there's the standard attack button. But that's the other thing. I don't know how that game's gonna really go. It looks pretty good. From just standard screenshots, it looks pretty good. And knowing that it's in Japan, knowing that there's not gonna be like that fucking, that rolling system that you have to do all the fucking time, like the gacha shit. Now, I'm probably only gonna do one video. I'm pretty much solidly gonna do one fucking video on it. And if the video gets enough, like, reputation, gets enough good views, or, if I feel the game could get a lot more content and could actually be useful, then it's like, of course I'm gonna start posting more content. But it's like, only until that point will I actually do something, like, further on with it, because it's like, I don't really know how the game's honestly gonna go, because at the time, I still remember this, at the time I was doing all these Brave Frontier videos, they were getting ready to release a bunch of different side games. So the side games are really fucking shit. Rogue Story was alright. I don't have it myself, but I've seen people play it, so it's like it looks good enough. What was that? My Crypto Heroes. That's just another way for them to squeeze fucking money. It's like, why did this need to come global? Like, Brave Frontier 2 Global could have taken that fucking spot if you just put the fucking effort in. But nope, they didn't. It's like they didn't fucking do that, because it's like, why would they? But then it's like you realize something, because like I said before, like the time when it was originally like when we thought it was going to come out, I was like, okay, we could see a global translation. But then I'm like, wait a minute. The selector summon is built into the game. Global's not gonna fucking do that. Global will not do that to save their fucking life. They will not do a selection summon. They only do it with tickets, but they only do it with like one ticket. You only get one shot at it. You don't get the whole fucking roster. But it's interesting seeing how the fucking shit's played out in both. Because it's like, I feel like Brave Frontier Japan's kind of got it fucking, like, down to a T. They got that shit nailed down. But it's like, Global, we're still eating fucking glue, okay? It's like, Global's really still fucking eating glue right now. Because Global is, we're releasing Brave Frontier 2 units. And it's like, why the fuck are we releasing Brave Frontier 2 units in Brave Frontier 1? It makes no fucking sense. Because, what was it? We had the Beast Dude, we had the tall guy in the hooded helmet, we had the Robot Dude, we had the Jester guy, and we have the Snake with the Serpent twins, and then we had Sasha, Roy, and a couple other characters that were released as part of like a special summon shit. Why is that a thing? Like, I don't understand it myself, because it's like, we spent all this time getting each little detail down, but we couldn't fucking release Brave Frontier 2 in English. But, that's only kind of like a here's hoping kind of a thing, because hopefully Brave Frontier X in Japan comes with an English option. Probably won't, most likely won't. But I'm going to do what I usually do and kind of galaxy brain some extra thoughts in here so that everybody can kind of get where I'm coming from here. Brave Frontier Global kind of still eating glue. I can see them releasing pretty much every fucking unit in Brave Frontier 2 as a Brave Frontier 1 unit, but just heavily fucking reworked from Brave Frontier 2, because the game's mechanics are two different things. Because Brave Frontier 2, the attack stat was split, so the attack and defenses were split, recovery got reworked, HP was reworked. We know that. So, and what I mean by HP got reworked is it got cut down a little bit, so characters wouldn't have too much health, or nor too little health. damage was reworked so that no enemies would do massive damage and just instantly one-shot you. But if they did one-shot you, it was due to a certain mechanic that they had in the fucking game. So it's like, you can't use this unit or they die. So like, you can't use water units or the lightning boss will kill you. It makes sense. It's very fucking obvious that it makes sense. You know, fire, water, you know, lightning with water, then you have, you know, fire and earth and all that shit. But I can already see Global's gonna release every fucking unit in Brave Frontier 2. It's just a Brave Frontier 1 unit. They're gonna think they're being super fucking helpful to the community by not giving us the answers we want, but instead by just constantly shoving pointless content at us, like, you know, oh look, Altered Destiny. It's like, oh, what about these units that have these massive glaring flaws? You know, you have another Altered Destiny fucking grand quest that you never fucking asked for. I can already see them releasing more stupid content, more pointless content. Vortex Arena is probably never gonna fucking close because they're not gonna fucking stop giving out ideas. Or if anything, they're just gonna keep recycling the same old units, but with just different stuff. And then Frontier Spire is just gonna go out of control. Frontier Rift is never gonna see a new one. If they do see a new one, it's gonna be about a series of units that nobody fucking asked for. Like, I can already see it being probably with, like, fucking Krantz. If it happens with Krantz, I'm gonna be very fucking disappointed. Like, oh, hey, guess what? They're not dead, you know. Frontier Rift has just kind of become shit at this point. Because, like, nobody fucking wants to do Frontier Rift anymore. It's like, colloquially, it's become the thing that everybody shits on the most. It's just Frontier Rift. And a bunch of other stuff. Because, why? You know, it's just like, why? Why do we need that? Makes no sense. But most importantly, I can probably see them running out of ideas very quickly. Because, what was that? They're probably going to have another unit art contest. And I'm sorry, Lucian and whatever the fuck the other person's name is in the one we got, like, the second time around, because I know we had a couple art contests that a few winners won at, like, the first one. I think the most recent one was the Dark unit. We're not considering the Vortex Arena unit because we know the controversy that happened with that. But I can already say this with, like, 100% accuracy. They're most likely going to do another unit art contest given the next 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4-ish Brave News channels. If they do release a new art contest, I can already see them I'm already seeing them just picking another unit that just makes no sense. The ones we got that were the Dark unit made no fucking sense at all. The Fire unit we got for, like, the very first one, which was like that Fox Girl or the Wolf, or the Fox Girl, I think. That was pretty cool. The unit's well designed. But just sitting here looking back, it's just like we out of every option, because I know one of my friends had a buddy who entered the art contest. I think it was Paradox Fox had a buddy of his, or somebody he vaguely knew, who entered the contest. His unit was really fucking good. His buddy's unit was really fucking good. It was really detailed. But then we pick a unit that's just kind of whatever. It's like a high detailed unit versus a unit that was just kind of drawn. Kind of makes you wonder a little bit, because it was like, why? You know, because at the end of the day, it was just kind of boring, you know? It's just like, holy shit, this is what we got out of everything. This is all we got. So, Brave Frontier Global is probably going to hit the shitter. Well, most likely going to hit the shitter at some point. It has to. If people just stopped fucking supporting the shit that they do, a new mindset would fucking happen within a fucking instant. So we just stop supporting them, stop giving them shit, if we stopped giving them questions that everybody already knows the answer to. It's like everybody already knows the answer. Like, are we getting, updates or better designs, or are we gonna stop getting fucking collabs? Because it's like when we do multiple fucking collabs, it really fucking kills the tension. Because with Trigun was not a bad collab. It's just when I made that post, it was like, should I come back to Brave Frontier? And then it was the only thing that was notable was yes, because the collaboration's happening. It's like, I don't care about the fucking collabs I could give a shit and a half less about the fucking collaborative efforts they do with certain shows. The two I really cared about the most were, I guess it was Phantom of the Kill and Alchemist Code. It sounds stupid as fuck, but when you think about it, Phantom of the Kill and Alchemist Code were probably the biggest fucking points that they could have done a lot of creative liberty with. But they released so little. Such tiny drops of content, especially for Phantom of the Kill. They had what, 3 units? And what was that? Alchemist Code, didn't they have Logi, Lofia, and a couple other units? Yeah, they had Logi, Lofia, and a couple other units. I probably could look it up right now because I have all those fucking units back from that dark age of my career. But, like, not even joking. If you just go back and look at how much shit they did for every other collab, and then didn't do dick all for fucking, like Phantom of the Kill. Phantom of the Kill deserved a little more poetic justice for, dying in global, because I played that game a lot. I liked it. It was just, in Japan, the transition curve was so smooth, but in global it was a fucking train wreck. In global, they tried releasing so much content so quickly that it just fucking collided on itself. Nobody had enough units. People didn't have Ascension, because Ascension was a key part for the fucking global, for the Japanese side of everything. Because with Ascension, what was it? Yeah, with Ascension, I believe you had complete access to the most powerful forms of Leviathan and Tyrfing, and I think Zero. But we never got that, or if we got that, the materials were so fucking hard to get. It was completely not worth it, because at the end of it all, you pretty much got a unit, but that couldn't be used because none of the special content for that unit was even made available. We only got, I think, 7 or 8 chapters. Like, Japan's story's already fucking done. Japan's story's already fucking done with extra stories being put on the top of it. So there was Phantom of the Kill, there was the Yggdrasil story, there was a bunch of other stories, there was the Dark Killers, there was the Integral Noah, which was like a big, like a fucking huge, kind of a semi-finale to everything. It's like, and then, there was so much stuff added in the Japanese server, but like, global got 8 chapters of the first fucking part, which was going to Yggdrasil, and it stopped just before you fucking got to a head and like really got into the meat and bones of it. But it's like in Japan, it's like the story's already done. Like, yeah, they're gonna keep releasing side stories and extra content, but the main story is already done, I think. And then in Brave Frontier, Summoner Arc, they're never touching Summoner Arc again. People keep asking, like, oh, is there gonna be anything new for something? No. The answer is no, because they've pretty much milked that for all it was worth. When it came out in Japan, they added a bunch of stuff right off the fucking bat, and the reason it took them longer in Japan is because they had to think of all the stuff, and then Global just had to translate it. But when you think about it in reality, it's like, the reason they're not touching Summoner Arc again is they're sitting there going, like, it's gonna take you so fucking long to hit 500 that you're absolutely in no way, shape, or form going to fucking want to sit through 500 fucking levels of just solid fucking grinding, solid gaining STP to get to the fucking levels and shit. You are not gonna want to fucking sit all that fucking time for that grind. It's like, they were like, yeah, no, fuck that. And then level 999, like, I think the original complete level was like 600 or like 500 in the original, and then they upgraded it to 999. And again, it was like nobody's gonna hit 999 in like a short amount of time, so they give you like a really strong item. It's like, now thinking about it, it's like they could cap it at 1,000. They could give you one extra level. They're not gonna do it. There's no levels past 999. I don't think there's gonna be. There's gonna be no summoner level past 500. They're not gonna touch Summoner Arc. They're gonna come out in the next Brave News channel. Somebody's gonna. I can guarantee somebody has that question. Like, is there gonna be any more levels for Summoner Arc? They're gonna say no. Fuck you. Pretty much, it's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be like a big no. Fuck you. Because they don't want to touch Summoner Arc. You know, Japan finished that shit. Japan is nothing new except for the raid battles, and in the raid battles, pretty much you pick a faction. I think it's raid, where it's two different sections. It's like, let me move the Wii condom out of the way, but it's the top section is standard battles, and the bottom is faction battles, and then you pick the factions between, I think, Carl, Seria, Lugina, Gradens, Owen, Noel. There's somebody else. There's a few other people in there. But there's so much content you can do in Japan, and they're very generous with how they did everything. Like, they give you so much shit. Like, right now, in Brave Frontier Japan, they're like, have all this free shit, fuck it, you know? And it's like, in Global, it's like, you know, soon we're going to be hitting... I think soon we're going to be hitting Global 7th. Very soon, like, January, July, August, September, October, November. 4 months, give or take. 4 or 5 months. We'll be hitting the 5th anniversary, well, 7th-ish, 7th or 6th anniversary for Brave Frontier Global. They're pretty much going to go, fuck you, we're not giving you any more content. Or they could actually be somewhat generous and give us a ton of stuff for that event, knowing that 7 years is a long fucking time to keep this fucking shtick going, because it is so fucking... It's just tedious at this point. Because now it's like everything has insta-kill, everything has all these fucking extra mechanics. It's like, let's take it a couple steps back. Give us content that's challenging, but don't give us content for people who have switched from, you know, P2P or pay-to-play to free-to-play. Like, a lot of people are doing that now because it's like, this shit's fucking annoying. But Brave Frontier and Gumi are like, if you switch from there, they're not gonna fucking give you any slack. No free unit out there is gonna have, like, no unit that you can get from like a summon ticket or a free ticket is gonna have the abilities that they want you to have. Like, it's not gonna have, you know, doom removal, or, you know, HP reduction removal, or HP, you know, your HP sent to 1, you know. They're not going to give you anything that will mitigate that. There's no special item out there that does that. There's no extra shit that does that. They're not going to care if you're free to play. Why do we still have people playing the game? Same thing with Alchemist Code. I stopped playing Alchemist Code. I only play stuff that's like Japan because they're not fucking gachas anymore. The only thing that is gacha in Japan are things that are non-vital, or things that just add extra shit to the game. That just add extra fucking cosmetic to the fucking game. A half good, half bad, kind of in the middle, kind of shitty example is Valkyrie Connect. Valkyrie Connect's kind of, again, like I say, half shitty, half because they give you free shit. You do Connect battles, you get free shit. You can earn units from doing Connect battles that are semi-decent. Some of the collab units are pretty good, because I heard some of the collab units, like Ryu from Street Fighter, was garbage, and then a couple of the units were okay. Some of the Evangelion units were fucking godly. Even till today, like, I still use my free Rei, or my free Rei from Evangelion, because she's just a really fucking good mitigator in that game. But the biggest problem with most of these games is that they pretty much pack on everything as like, oh, you got the unit, now get the rest of the parts that make it good. Kind of like it's you're sitting there kind of like scratching your head going like, why is that a feature? It's because they want you to just dump so much fucking time into it so that you feel semi like, you know, accomplished in life. But it's like, in reality, you're not fucking getting shit out of it, and they're just fucking holding you essentially at gunpoint, going like, "Hey, fucker, give it, you know, dump all your fucking cash on us." That's why I don't like these games. That's why I'm stuck to playing. Literally, I have fucking Minesweeper on my fucking phone. Like, I'm stuck with Minesweeper, Pokemon Go, because at least in fucking Pokemon, I can dick around and not have to fucking pay for literally everything. I can just be an asshole and go, looks like it's time to start, you know, harassing people in raids. You know, it's time for me to start assaulting people in the gyms, you know. Not literal gyms, Pokemon gyms, okay? YouTube, please. But, hell, like in Pokemon Go, at least in Pokemon Go, I get something rewarding in my fucking Pokemon Let's Go that I can transfer over to Pokemon Sword and Shield whenever they release all the Pokemon finally. For $19.99, that is. But like at least in Pokemon Home, I can transfer it. You're probably gonna still hear my fucking Elgato screeching in the background, but let me turn off the. You'll probably hear it in the background, but you'll fucking hear it. But at least like in fucking what's that Pokemon Go, I can catch shit that makes my fucking experience a little better. You know, like looking at it, like I can just organize my fucking boxes. I can check all my shit. Like I can take all my fucking Pokemon from Pokemon again. Like I can take all my fucking Pokemon from Pokemon Go and put them in here, so that it's like these are the Pokemon Go Pokemon that can be put into that game that can be used for more power. I like that because it's like it actually means something. Because it's like I have so many fucking I have so much fucking Pokemon that it's like it makes completely and utterly no sense why I wouldn't do it. Because it's like looking at it, like honest to God thinking about it, when I look at all my stuff, it's like I can see all my shit. It's like holy shit, you know, you can catch certain Pokemon, and the cherry on top with like Pokemon Go, Pokemon Home, and all this extra shit is at least you can use them in a real like environment, like a real setting, like a honest to God fucking true environment. And also it's like you just have a fun time playing it. You know, you meet new people. And that's why I have another game. It's called Orna. It's like a RPG kind of a thing. I don't know the people who made it. I'm sorry. I don't have like a resource available. But when I look at Orna is like an RPG. It's like a fucking it's like a fucking GPS based fucking RPG that's actually really fun. Like I've been playing it a little bit and it's actually pretty fun. Like yeah, it's very heavily based on RPG mechanics, but it's like you're looking at it going, that's actually pretty fucking good. Because again, it's not like it's gonna be fucking beating the shit out of you, taking everything you fucking fucking care for, figuratively holding you at fucking gunpoint like fucking Gumi does with all their games and shit. It's like it makes sense to play Pokemon Go, have Pokemon Home, and have a copy of either Sword Shield or Pokemon Let's Go. Granted, you're not gonna be able to use every Pokemon in the game, but you'll be able to use a good selection of them. Like example, I've been catching Pokemon in Pokemon Go recently, and I have a ton of shiny Pokemon. Like I have the 6 shiny Beedrills. I have what's that? I have a shiny Alolan Executor. I have a shiny Swablu. I have shiny Tangela. I have shiny Rapidash, shiny Houndoom. I caught a shiny Raichu. I caught a shiny Pikachu. Then I caught a shiny Moltres. It's like I can take all those and I can put them into my fucking games so that I don't have to use them on Pokemon Go, but I can if I want to. And it's like it makes the game a little more fun because it's like you're sitting there going like, you know, you can use them in the game, or you can use them out in the world of Pokemon in Pokemon Go. And I feel it's kind of fun because I can take my Pokemon on. I can kind of show off to people like, hey, look at me, I have shiny Pokemon. You know, fuck you. You know, it brings a little sense of pride to me because it's like, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, you know, like I have shiny Pokemon. You know, it's kind of an accomplishment on its own because I think the odds are based off of Gen 7's odds. I don't know if it's Gen 7 or if it's the standard 1 in 8, what of the standard odds, which is like 1 in 8,000. But you know, it's pretty fun because it's like I have so many shiny Pokemon. You know, even in Pokemon Home, I have a few Pokemon that were from Pokemon Go. Again, the Moltres and the Raichu. And then it's like, you know, I can take those, I can put them into Sword and Shield, I can move them to another game, I can just do whatever, I can just have fun playing with them because technically they're not like stuck per se on you're not stuck on Go. I can take them anywhere. But it's like most importantly, out of all this ordeal, I get a little more enjoyment out of Pokemon than I do out of Brave Frontier. This is the sad part, is I actually find more enjoyment out of like Pokemon Go more than I do out of every other fucking game. I would become a Pokemon Go YouTuber, but you know, that would involve having to get up and go outside, and I don't fucking agree with that. That's social interaction. But like thinking about it, like genuinely thinking about it, there's a lot of extra fun shit that I can do in Pokemon Go that is a bit more exciting instead of Brave Frontier. It's like, oh shit, the 87th boss in a row has fucking one-shot doom effects that reduce my health to fucking 1. Yay for me. I'm so goddamn lucky to be playing this fucking game. But it's like, you know, with the content that they fucking added, like, with the content they add in fucking Pokemon Go, it makes it a little more fun. They add raid battles. I can go out, get my ass kicked by fucking Giratina for the 87th time. And I have fun the whole way fucking doing it because it's like, I still have a shot at catching that Pokemon. And on top of that, the Pokemon can be shiny, giving me a little more excitement. And, you know, on top of that, the Pokemon being shiny, having an insanely low catch rate where it can either be incredibly fucking fun to go catch it and make it like, you know, like, oh shit, you know, I didn't catch it, you know, oh damn. Or it can make it like, holy shit, I just caught that shiny Giratina in like my last fucking Premier Ball. It makes it fun. But like, I don't get excitement out of Brave Frontier anymore because it's like, nothing's new to me anymore. Like, I'm looking at the game, I'm reading the fucking content, you know, I'm scrolling through my phone reading the content. You know, I look at the fucking game, you know, I look at the fucking game details, you know, oh yeah, that boss has fucking, you know, can one-shot you if you're not, you know, if you don't have fucking 54 gems in your fucking pocket. Wow. You know, it's like, it makes no fucking sense anymore. The game's just fucking all over the place. Frontier Spire. Why not make Frontier Rift, or not just Frontier Rift, why not make Frontier Hunter more fucking common instead of having to give us extra shit? So, Frontier Spire, bullshit. Frontier Rift, bullshit. Frontier Hunter needs to come back. I know it's coming back. It's been gone for so fucking long. Every new dungeon they put in the game is complete ass. The hard modes are pretty much, hard is kind of like a visage they use so that in reality it says, hey asshole, you have to pay us like $1 million to fucking beat this fucking part of the dungeon. Eat a dick. That's what it says. I don't agree with that anymore. That's why I stopped playing those fucking games. But it's like, you know, like right now, look, I fucking got, you know, Pokemon. I finally got the fucking Jesse and James fucking shit to happen. Because I was playing Pokemon Go the whole fucking time and nobody knew. Because I have my hand down here and you can't really see below my fucking chest. But I was playing Pokemon Go. But I mean, that's the fucking fun part is half the time in Pokemon Go, it's fucking brainless. I don't even need to look at the fucking phone. But with Brave Frontier, I have to constantly go, oh shit, you know. Yeah, I'm pretty much spending the most of this time just shitting on Brave Frontier right now. But I mean, it's just why? Why did this need to happen? Why did Brave Frontier need to fucking go down this path? You could have just released Brave Frontier 2 and everybody would have been happy. But that's kind of bullshit in itself. Again, I get more fun out of a lot of other things instead of coming back to fucking Brave Frontier because the game is now geared towards a different set of individuals. It's not set towards me. It's not set towards the average person out there. So you, the viewer, the game is not set for you. The game's pretty much set for nobody now. It's, unless you're fucking Jeff Bezos with trillions of dollars sitting in your fucking pocket. That's who the fucking game's made for now because you have to fucking cough up so much fucking shit for it. It's like in Europe we never got that. In the Brave Frontier Europe we never got that. That's why I pretty much played Brave Frontier Europe for like the vast majority of its fucking time. And I played Brave Frontier Japan and I still play Brave Frontier Japan. However, with new phones and shit that with the new phone I've gotten, I've lost a lot of my progress, so I had to restart from fucking scratch to regain all that. And even in that case, even me going back from the start, it's still fun. Like, I know how to beat all the bosses, I know the mechanics, I know what to do because of Global, but when Global stopped, when Japan stopped, Global kind of stepped too far. And that's the stuff I don't like. That's just how I don't like it anymore, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know how many times I gotta keep beating in this fucking dead horse, but it's like, I get so much, like, I know my whole shtick originally was Brave Frontier YouTuber, but I kind of been on this for a bit now, and this was not like a fucking joke bit or anything, this is like a very serious fucking bit that I had to go on, because again, I feel I need to shit on Brave Frontier every fucking opportunity I get. I need to shit on every opportunity of Brave Frontier that's not Brave Frontier Japan, that's not Brave Frontier Europe, because those two did the most for me. I love the guys at Brave Frontier Europe. I hope they fucking come back with a better project. I hope they get back together, break away from fucking Gumi, and make their own game. Make their own game with like that same fucking idea. Because it was so fun to play Brave Frontier Europe, because there was a different story. There was a different story altogether. While you look at it from the shell, it's like it's just Brave Frontier. But you look at it, you have Neo Avalon, you had the Badlands, you had the Shapeshifters, you had all these extra stories going on in the background of Brave Frontier that you don't see. You have Vortex stories, you have the Convergence event, you had a bunch of this shit. It's like, why did it die? Because Gumi pulled the trigger. Gumi pulled the trigger because they were looking at it. Because at the time, Europe was going through the microtransaction shit, and I agree with that. You know, if a game has stuff, if a game has content that's vital to gameplay, that's paid for, that should not be fucking allowed. But if content is solely cosmetic, like in CS:GO, I don't see it as being a fucking problem. Be a dumbass, even be a dumbass, spending a couple $100 on a shitty skin. Congratulations, I guess. Wow. People like that like to flex on people. It's like, holy shit, you wasted your fucking time, effort, and money on that. Congratulations, or whatever, I guess. But again, it's like if a piece of the game is left out that is vital, like if a game comes out, like if at E3 they show this game with beautiful fucking graphics, beautiful graphics, beautiful sound, it comes out, it's in like 2.5D graphics, your character looks like they're modeled in the 1980s, and it just doesn't fucking look right, but you can pay for that piece, you can pay for the extra upgrade, for the content, for the detail content, or you can pay for the music content, or you can pay for them both. That's kind of a shit move. But it's like, it makes dick all in the terms of sense, because it's like, why the fuck was this necessary? I usually end up sitting here for awkwardly long amounts of time, just sitting and thinking about like, what the fuck were they thinking? But at the end of it all, it's just like, I guess they were doing the right thing, but you can never be 100% certain about some things, because it's like, yeah, you're looking at them going, okay, I hope you know what you're doing, but it's like, you realize nothing's really as it seems, and nothing will ever be as it seems. I mean, hell, look at again, look at what happened with the Fallout with Fallout. It just went to shit. The game just went to shit so quickly because they thought having an open world game with a pay mechanic would work. When people gave them shit, they had to fucking run for the hill. They had to run for the hills as soon as that happened, because then people were like, hold the fuck up. This isn't right. People fucking Bethesda pissed their fucking pants and realized, holy fuck, they're really upset with us, and then had to do a full fucking 180. But they did like a 90-degree turn and just kind of went like a completely different direction. It just made no fucking sense. But especially with those kinds of games, when you have a big title, it's like you're kind of pushed to not fuck it up. You are really pushed to not fuck it up. But when you do, it is catastrophic on so many fucking levels that it makes you look really pretty much like a clown. It makes you really look like a clown. Because, it's like, one, you probably never expected it to happen, and two, it's like you're looking at it going like, oh, holy shit, it couldn't have gotten worse, and it only gets worse. That's kind of the situation we're in right now. It's just like, it could get worse. You're looking at it going, oh, it can't ever be worse. It can get worse. It can always get worse. But again, constantly looking at it right now, the tides of Brave Frontier are starting to slowly dry up. They're trying to keep the game interesting by just constantly adding Vortex Arena. But I think the secondary reason why people were very upset with how it turned out was it just wasn't what it seemed. And, nobody liked it. It was just kind of shitty. It was a very bad attempt at a very bad thing to do with a very scummy thing behind it. Nobody really wanted to see that. It was just all the wrong things at the wrong time, pretty much. So, as soon as, all the wrong things happened at the wrong time, Gumi really tried running for the fucking hills, but it didn't work. They got their ass lampooned by pretty much everybody, and they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna try to, rework it. No. They never fucking did shit with it. And people don't really understand that they never did shit with it, because it's like, they just didn't do it. They didn't do it right, at least. It's like, if they did something, they just didn't do it right, And again, it's like, if they did do something, it's just so unsubstantial, so insignificant that it didn't mean anything. So what they did, it's like what Gumi did, kind of as a general whole, is instead of paying attention to the fans, giving people what they wanted, they pulled the trigger on some of their brightest projects they could have done. They pulled the trigger on Brave Frontier. They pulled the trigger on Brave Frontier Europe. They pulled the trigger on Brave Frontier Last Summoner. They pulled the trigger on Phantom of the Kill, and they tried replacing them. But they tried replacing them with games that didn't work. When the games didn't work, they really fucking failed. It really flopped. Now, I heard that they were going to do a global translation of Brave Frontier Memories, which was like that little tap game that you had to do. Obviously, for obvious reasons, that immediately fell apart because it just wasn't fucking up to par. It was not up to par by any means whatsoever. Nobody fucking liked it, and they decided just to keep it as a Japan game. Brave Frontier Rogue Story, they only were in global. They had only actually ever mentioned its name, but never actually showed any details. Because I still remember when it happened, they were like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be like the greatest big thing." Nope. When it happened, when it started to show up as like Brave Frontier, that this is gonna be the next big thing, it was very short. And Gumi thought to themselves, they possibly, that they possibly could not obtain that much funding out of that fucking game. Same thing with Brave Frontier Memories. They were looking at it like, we can't get shit from people out of this. That's why they're not doing Brave Frontier 2, then that's why they're not going to do Brave Frontier X. If they do Brave Frontier X, they have to be doing it simultaneously. Now, if they are doing Brave Frontier 2, and what I mean by they're doing it simultaneously is they're doing Brave Frontier Global shit, and they're doing Brave Frontier X in Japan and in Global, but they have to be communicating with each other. Which I guarantee they're not going to do, because, again, Japan's going to tell them, you can put a gacha system in, but don't make it necessary. They're going to put it in. If Brave Frontier X does come out, global side, you're not getting free units. It's pretty much going to be, you're not getting free units, you're not getting dick all, you're not getting shit from the fucking devs, you're not going to be getting any good things from them. You're going to have to fucking pay like $45,000 as they cough up, buddy. You know, they're going to be like shaking you down like a fucking bully for your lunch money. Like, what's the fucking point of playing? But I do know for a 100% possible fact is that if it does come out in global, they probably will pay attention to people. They'll probably put in a system that can give you more gems and can regenerate faster without being like the gem system, the free gem system we have in Brave Frontier Global, which is very fishy. Gem shards. It's like, you know, you've become the very thing that nobody wanted, which was a potential fucking spyware app. Because when the fucking free gem shards came out, if you look at the fucking menu, it's very fucking familiar. For me, it just looks very fucking familiar for some fucking reason. That's because every other free game that has used a gem system that you can pay for, that can give you free shards of a piece that can let you get an extra item, they all have the same shit. They all have the same shit. You know, download this app, reach level 5 in this unknown game. You know, download this mysterious app to do this. And on top of all that, complete the survey. Complete the fucking survey is a goddamn scam. You give your information to these random fucking people? Yeah. I only re-downloaded the game just for that. Free shards. Now you can spin for shards, but it's a video slot. It's ads. It's essentially adware. Yeah, so it's like I have not fucking done anything with this game. I've pretty much only re-downloaded it for this purpose, just to show people like this sucks. So it's going right in the bin. A lot of these apps are going to go right in the fucking bin. Final Fantasy Brave Exvius did not need a fucking sequel. Apparently they gave it a sequel too. I can already see them pulling the trigger possibly on Alchemist Code in exchange for Brave Frontier Exvius War of Visions or whatever the fuck it's called. They're probably going to pull the fucking plug on another game in exchange for that. So I'm betting they're going to either pull the lid on Brave Exvius or they're going to pull the fucking lid on Alchemist Code. It's just a matter of time, essentially. They have no control over any other mobile game because Gumi is not the sole provider. Gumi is just the sole provider for selected games. So, Alchemist Code, Phantom of the Kill. Yeah, Alchemist Code, Phantom of the Kill, Brave Exvius, and Brave Frontier. Now, how well they do it, I don't know. It's just a solid matter, again, of if and when. So, again, if and when is solely devised to who has the rights, who has what, and all that other shit. But on top of that, it's just kind of like a big meat. It's you know, me kind of giving everybody like a big warning about what not to do. especially in the fucking mobile game shit, because you essentially become fucking scummy as hell. You really do become scummy as hell when the sole piece of your fucking game just becomes buy these free things, and they're, you know, potentially having adware in the game. So that's why I've gotten rid of that fucking game, because it's like it's giving you ads, and nobody notices this unless you have, if you've turned it off in Google settings, or if you turned it off in Samsung settings, or whatever phone you use, iOS, Android, Huawei, whatever. But there's a thing called advertising ID. The game gives you ads based on that, and it stores them. It stores them in a file on your phone. When you uninstall Brave Frontier, I don't know if it gets rid of it. So you have to manually search for them. Be fucking careful. Now, I'm going to give you guys a fucking warning right now. Be absolutely careful when you do that. If you roll the slots on the Brave Frontier fucking game, and if you go to the free shards, you have an option for video slots. So I'm just gonna say this again: don't watch them. Do not fucking touch that button at all. Don't touch the. You can do the daily spin. Don't do video slots. Don't do the rest of the slots. If you do that, it'll save ads on your phone. Now, it saves ads on your phone, which is very fucking scummy. And on top of that, it adds to your advertising ID. So it'll give you extra shit that you don't need. So that's why I recommend getting an adware cleaner, Malwarebytes, CC cleaner, something good, something high rated, something well known in the community that is known for getting this shit off your fucking device. Because it doesn't matter necessarily if you're the best or the most technologically advanced person on the fucking internet. No, Mark S. Brownlee or whoever the fuck else does tech, I don't know. He's the only one that comes to mind. But it's like, it doesn't matter how technologically advanced you are. At the end of the day, when a fucking app is forcing ads into your phone's files, it is not safe. It is not safe. So I'm saying this right now: if you have Brave Frontier on your phone, and if you've done slots, be fucking careful. Get rid of that shit, because it's probably doing some weird Chinese fucking government TikTok farming your data shit. But again, just be careful with the app. So pretty much this has turned from an update to pretty much everything. We've almost been at this for a fucking hour. Holy shit. So a lot of my fucking update videos are so long, and I apologize. But the next video, or the next couple videos, are going to be the Terraria, Pokemon Crystal Clear, Bloodstained Crystal 2, and 7 Sirens, because I like those, and they don't try to steal shit from me. So with that being said, guys, that's pretty much it for now. I'm gonna see you all in the next one, hopefully. Gonna be doing a lot more interesting stuff, and a lot more updates. Well, a few specific updates will be kind of placed here and there. So see you on the next one, guys.